Hey, it's me, AP, aka Mr. Movie Cheer, and welcome back to another video. And on this video, I just want to kind of discuss some updates to the movie room. I've got some new shelving in the movie room on the shelf just in front of me here, which I'm going to show in a moment. But yeah, basically, I'm going to be spending a bit more time in here now. With my day job, I'm doing a bit more working from home with it. So I kind of wanted to do the movie room, update it a bit, because I'm going to be spending more time in here, make it even more of a place I want to spend more time in. I love spending time in this room anyway, from making, doing the podcast, talking about movies, watching movies, and I just kind of wanted to update it. But I think it's always cool to update the room every so often, your movie room, and that's what I've been doing. So I've kind of just been putting together some shelves. I've got two new shelves. I've kind of just been putting together two shelves of things I really enjoy. So it's a bunch of my passions in there, and I'm sure over time it will change. And I think that's cool that you can always just change your shelves, what you want on display and stuff like that. But yeah, let's share with you my new movie room shelving. Okay, so here we have the new shelving. You just see here Captain Scarlet sitting down on my speakers, but we've got two new shelves. Let's just do a bit of a long shot first, a big wide shot of what this new shelving looks like. I think that's pretty decent shot. So let's start off here. I wanted, first of all, if you know me, I'm a huge mark for pro wrestling. I love wrestling, especially the 90s era, Attitude Era, WCW, and I kind of wanted a little bit of a shrine to wrestling that because I'm a big fan of wrestling. So I've started, I've had tons of wrestling figures from my childhood I've still kept, but then I've also added a few new figures. So these are some of the new figures I've added. I wanted my idea was to have a WCW shelf and a WWF, WWE shelf. So I've got, first of all, we got Kevin Nash at the back, Big Daddy Cool, who is also a bit of a crossover with movies. So Kevin Nash starred in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the live action movie, and he played Super Shredder in that movie, which is a really cool crossover. Maybe I'll put in some Ninja Turtles sort of like memorabilia at some point with him, kind of like having that link to Ninja Turtles, getting tongue-tied. Then we have Sting. The Stinger, I saw him live at All in London last year at Wembley. Awesome legend for WCW. And we have Scott Hall, Razor Ramon in WWF, and then we have Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page. Now, like I said, WCW was like it's now obviously no longer a wrestling promotion, if you want to were. Big in the 90s, WCW, I used to watch it in the late 90s, and I'm still a big fan. I've also got Hulk Hogan, I am a Hulkamaniac, but his is a Toy Biz figure, and they don't really go on these stands. I got these little stands for the figures, which are awesome. These are like the WWE Elite figures, these three guys. And I got these stands off eBay, and they're only a couple of quid each, but they're awesome for displaying your figures. And these are from like the new Monday Night War series they've been putting out with the WCW versus WWE. And Sting is just like an old basic figure I got off eBay as well. And that's kind of all I want to add to the collection for this year. Maybe I'll add a few more next year, but for this year I'm pretty happy. Then we go over, let's move over to this side first. Then we've got like the WWF, WWE. These are all childhood figures. We got Mick Foley, Mankind, big fan of Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, dude love. Road Dogg at the back with his World Tag Team Championship. Oh, you didn't know? Steve Austin, as a bald guy, I've got a lot of respect for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin 316, one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, as well as Mick Foley. I mean, this is my era of wrestling, really. I love wrestling nowadays too. It's pretty cool at the moment. Then we've got The Undertaker. And last but not least, we have here on the end, Al Snow. What does everyone want? What does everybody need? Head. It comes with the head. That was the music, the way it went back in the 90s. But yeah, I thought it really nice to just have, I was thinking of actually getting some signs from Etsy, like a WWF sign and a WCW sign, but I don't think at the moment I've got really the space on this shelving. So for now, I'm really happy with what I've got there with bone crunching action figures, and then some of the elites and some of the like I think they're called Flexman figures. Then we move on to the movie part of the shelving. So we have got, first of all, I wanted it to have a feel a bit of like a video shop from the 90s, early 2000s. So I thought I'd put a few DVDs on display. And I think for me, this is going to be something that will change around a bit. And I'm going to kind of like, have different movies on display each and every week. And first of all, I'm going to start off with Masters of the Universe here. I've got this on display. I love the artwork on this DVD. It's a cracking movie. I love Masters of the Universe. I'm a big fan of that movie. Really inspired a lot of my creativity over the years. I really enjoyed it. Something about it, the villain, Skeletor, He-Man. It's a cult classic. I love it. I think it's great. It's a bit cheesy, but it's a really fun movie. We now move on to shelf number 2. Now, I've got one of these here. This is the Darth Vader. I think this came out, I'm pretty sure, when Phantom Menace came out. 1997. So maybe it was like when they were doing the re-releases, actually, of some of the on the VHS or something on around the time. But this is basically, if you watch it, oh blimey, this is quite hard to do when I'm filming, but basically if you watch it really close, you can see Darth Vader's head. Actually, I think it's really cool. And like I said, it's only like a KFC toy or a McDonald's toy, but I absolutely love that. I've had that for years and it's still one of my favourite things. Next up, we have another DVD on display. We have The Rock, one of the greatest movies of all time. Great action movie. I love it. Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris. I'm a big fan of this film. I think it's fantastic. Next side, we have Escape from New York. Again, another great movie. I think the artwork on all these movies is really cool as well. I love Escape from New York. I think it's a class movie. And then we have another, like McDonald's KFC. I think it was KFC again, for the Mask movie. This is the dog and the tongue actually pulls out, which is really cool. Again, it's just something I've had for years, and it's just something I really just like having on display. You know, my love of movies. I think it's really cool. Next up, we have this here. Now, this is something, obviously, a lot of people probably won't even know what this is, but it is, you're probably looking and thinking, is this sort of like some sort of horror Jason mask or something like that? This is actually a mask from a short film I did a few years back called The Monster Hideaway, which was like a comedy, horror, sci-fi film.
Your name's John. Would you prefer Mr. Carpenter? I don't think you know anything about horror movies, sir, so why don't we cut this conversation short today and I can enjoy my morning coffee and you can get back to the thing that you know best, being an idiot. Have a nice day.
And it's about 20-minute film. It's on the YouTube channel, and this is the mask for the villain of the story, the Zombie Beast. And yeah, so this is the Zombie Beast mask. I wore this myself during the filming. It was very hot, and it's really cool. Maybe I'll put some footage in there as well for this. But yeah, I think it's just a little cool. Maybe it's something I won't keep on display forever, but I think for now, I think it looks really cool part of the collection here. And then we move up to the final piece, which isn't really a part of the shelving, but I think it really focuses in and is really, does feel part of it really. This Arnold Schwarzenegger signed photo. Now, I don't know if this is a legit signature, if I'm being honest. I've looked at signatures online, some of them seem different. Basically, my dad gifted me this. He used to collect tons of them from eBay, probably 20 years ago. Some of them got water damage, but this was one of them that got, it was okay, along with the Stallone one I've got in here as well. And it's, again, I'm not even bothered, if I'm being honest, if it is fake. I just like the idea that it could be real, and it's just a part of the collection. Maybe if it isn't, and my gut kind of tells me now it's probably not real. But you know what? I don't really care. I love it. I love the artwork. Even if the artwork, I'd have that alone, though. I think it's a really cool photo of Terminator, Arnold. And yeah, I love this. But overall, I'm just really happy with the shelving. I think it's just, for me, like I said, I want the shelving that really just, is a branch of what I enjoy. Wrestling, maybe further down the line, I put some video gaming stuff in there, which I enjoy as well, and maybe some sports stuff with football. But, pro wrestling movies is my jam. It's what I really enjoy. And I think I've really got a nice little shelving unit going on here. I'm really chuffed with this, the way it's all turned out. So let me know your thoughts on the new shelving in my movie room. What do you think I should be adding to the shelf, and what do you like out there, out of that collection of shelves? Have you got some of that stuff, similar stuff on display? What do you have on your movie room shelves? Let me know, folks, all your thoughts on this video. Remember to spread a bit of movie cheer, and as always, I will see you next time.